some people have done the red paint mine and they've gone here. Look at the red hands everywhere.
Oh, is it covered in red everywhere?
A bit, look.
Oh yeah, there's signs of it in there.
Lead mining within the Matlock area has deep roots, dating back to the Roman times. During the 16th and 17th centuries, lead mining in Matlock and the surrounding Peak District expanded significantly, and the 18th century saw lead mining at its height. Communities in Derbyshire were built from the industry and relied heavily on it for income. By the 19th century, the industry began to decline. Foreign imports and the exhaustion of easily worked veins meant profitability dropped. Some mines were abandoned, while others limped on until the late 1800s. By the early 20th century, large-scale lead mining in Matlock had virtually ceased. 𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗘𝗦 Mine, also known as Slit Mine or Paint Mill Adit, is a historic lead mine situated beneath High Tor along Hard-Rake. Dating back to the 1760s, it played a significant role in the region's mining industry. The former lead mine High Tor Grotto lies on the site and was reopened as a show cave between 1825 and 1845. This was common throughout Derbyshire as it was an easy way to generate income, especially with mines that had already been worked for their ore. This business model exists today, with show caves and working mines offering tours to the public scattered around the county. A large rock slab has detached from the ceiling and temporary wooden slats have been in place to help mitigate the delamination, resembling a dangerous game of Jenga. The railway line is only a few metres above here, which sends a loud rumbling throughout the mine when trains pass over. Divers in the past have descended the workings below this pool, and it's reported to go on for around 15 metres until visibility becomes an issue and collapses make progress pretty much impassable.
How do you feel about spiders?
I mean, I don't like them. Oh, I see what you mean about the red already. That's horrible.
In 1769, John Barber and George Goodwin were granted permission to install water wheels and machinery on the east bank of the River Derwent to drain the mine. Between 1820 and 1840, a section of the River Derwent was diverted to a large water wheel operating at the adit entrance and utilised a nearby weir and a 1200-foot linkage from the water wheel to the pumps which raised the water from 120 feet below river level. Apart from the adit, there are no remains of this pumping system today. In the 1840s, the mine was operated by joint partners 𝗧𝗛𝗏𝗏 and Briscoe.
Yeah.
And you're going to find a lot of mineralisation. We're going to see further in a lot of chalcopyrites and lead.
Oh, I've got a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Chalcopyrite.
Yeah.
Just another lead mine that was reworked, wasn't it?
Yeah. Reutilised in some sense. I can't remember what was here. I don't think. So we found this little cycle node that goes off the main drive, and we're gonna explore it, see where it goes.
See what you mean about heavily mineralised in here, innit?
Can you see the pig marks? Look behind.
Oh yeah.
Right there, look at that.
Yeah. Oh, so they were following a vein here, weren't
Yeah, they were following the vein, yes. And you can see the vein overhead on the main drive as well.
Yeah. As you can see here, you can see the actual big bits of red chunks.
Yeah. Obviously.
Just everywhere, isn't it?
Because it's kind of dust, and it would have been blown with force, and it went everywhere.
Yeah, it's just found its way everywhere, isn't it?
Despite significant investments exceeding £10,000, which is just over £1.3 million in today's money, persistent flooding issues led to mining activities ceasing operation in 1844. The works was left abandoned for a number of years, and a local newspaper at the time reported of a robbery that took place within the grounds. A large quantity of mining materials were left in the coes or sheds on the hillock under lock and key. The building used as a smithy was found to have been forcibly entered, and the article goes on to state, "We hear no clue at present to the pilferers." Following its abandonment by partners 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏 and Briscoe, the site transitioned into a pigment manufacturing facility. The land and power source was subsequently taken over by Frederick Stevens and his brother Thomas to grind barytes for the paint industry. This promised to be a perfect site for such purpose, as there was large piles of barytes in the old mine hillocks which could easily be reworked. The site became available just as the paint industry was demanding the cheap alternative to white lead.
We come to this bit, it looks like it went down. I've seen this full of water, so it's very dry.
Oh, you can see water at the bottom, can't
Yeah,
you?
so there must have been lower levels, which doesn't surprise me there. You can see the pipes running down. I think that's a spot of lead, you can see there. Yeah, we are going to see a lot of lead close up,
following the
actually.
vein. Yeah, there's more marks here, which I'm assuming there was stemples in.
I think those were stemple holes, yeah?
Yeah.
Very clearly
Minus the stemple.
defined.
Oh, they've worked away the other end, haven't they?
Have they worked on the other end?
No, they worked it away, I think.
Oh, they worked it away, yeah.
Yeah.
By the mid-19th century, it became known as the High Tor Colour Works, producing pigments for paints, inks, glazes and other products. And in 1851 the facility was converted to a white lead works, establishing connections with a local paint manufacturer by the name 𝗧𝗛𝗘𝗦. In 1894 a local journalist visited the works and described how he was strolling through the dale passing through scenic wood bridges when he spotted some old-fashioned buildings, in which workers carried out one of Derbyshire's most ancient industries, in the shape of barytes and colour grinding, utilising former lead mine workings. In the May of 1896, disaster struck in the form of a large fire that spread rapidly across the site. Despite the Matlock Fire Brigade's best efforts, a relatively new plant and valuable machinery, along with all the books, were destroyed, with only the outbuilds remaining intact. Damage was reported to exceed £8,000, with the water wheel drainage system also destroyed. Fortunately, the damage was covered by insurance, and by September that year, plans were said to be in hand to rebuild. Mr. Wheatcroft, who owned the 𝗧𝗛𝗘𝗦 mills, bought the colour works, established by the Stevens brothers for an undisclosed sum in 1898. The staff then consisted of 5 men and 2 boys. Mr. Wheatcroft's health went into decline some years later, and the works was made into a limited liability company, with partners joining. After Wheatcroft's passing in 1912, Mr. Key was made chairman, with Mr. Hetherington joining him as a director. In 1932, the company also controlled the 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗦 Colour Company, where colour was manufactured by chemical processes. The company's offices had moved to Matlock. Mr. Hare Sr., who was the manager at High Tor Colour Works around 1969, told Colin Goodwin that paintwork owners were said to raise their hats to piles of barytes, in respect and recognition of the money they made by not using lead. Eric Hare had come to the High Tor Colour Company in 1946 as works manager. His responsibilities later extended to include the 𝗧𝗛𝗘𝗦 Colour Company, and by the time of his retirement in the late 1970s, he was the technical director of the firm. When he was questioned about pollution for a radio broadcast in 1976, he said it was not a problem, as the company spent enough money on dust collection, a dried process to ensure they did not pollute their own works, the men they employed, or the surrounding area. The total labour force was less than 50 men by this time. Waste materials, including red iron oxide pigment, were vented via ventilation fans into the mine, staining its walls and floors, a feature still very much present today. The lower levels remain flooded, as they were when operations stopped in the mid-1800s, and the workings in their heyday would have reached all the way up to Stark Holmes. The side mine workings were intersected by Ribber mines in the 1950s. The site is currently up for sale as a potential residential development opportunity. Efforts have been made to clean and secure the area, but its future remains uncertain. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see photographs taken from the Explore, be sure to head over to our Instagram, or for an archive of detailed reports, check out the website from the links in the description below. And thanks again for watching.